Scrubbing records clean for possession of small amounts of marijuana. How and when voter-approved Proposition 207 will start clearing records. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris.
And I'm Valerie Cavazos. Marijuana conviction expungement. After voters said yes to legalizing marijuana, the state set up a system to help people who already have low-level marijuana convictions.
As 9 on your side's Craig Smith reports, clearing records has not started yet, but if you want that to happen, it's time to prepare.
When voters approved Proposition 207, they made it legal for adults to have and use up to 1 ounce of marijuana. The prop also offered a way to scrub your record clean if you were busted for small amounts of weed. If you were convicted of having 2.5 ounces or less, the law lets you file a formal request for a judge to clear your record. The formal word for that is expunging your record.
An expungement is when it's permanently off your record. Nobody can look it up. Nobody knows that you've been convicted of that crime.
Once a request is filed, prosecutors have 30 days to decide whether to challenge it. Defense attorney Ryan Huffman says before Prop 207, the best you could do was a process called a set-aside that cleared your record, but still made it possible to find the history of that old conviction. Even if a judge removed your minor marijuana conviction, someone like a prospective employer could still find out you had been in trouble and decide that's a deal breaker. The court system will not start considering expungements until July 12th, and the courts are still figuring out exactly how the process will work. But Huffman says now is the time to prepare.
You need to have any information from your case. If you're going to speak to an attorney about getting an expungement, make sure you have any documents you got from court outlining what you were actually convicted of. Police reports would be helpful as well, because a lot of times the marijuana amount is in those documents.
And while the law says you don't have to use an attorney to request an expungement, Huffman says it may help to have one, especially in the early days, as the courts work out their procedures for clearing your record. Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
The Arizona Supreme Court has posted some draft petition forms for expungements under Prop 207. You can find a link in our web store at kgun9.com. They are still in draft form, but we'll give you an idea of the information you're going to need.